Good morning. Chachamim, our sages, instituted along the year 4 different fasts which commemorate dark times for Jewish history, sad times, all revolving around the destruction of our temples, the Bet HaMikdash, the first and the second. Just to name them, today's, which is the 10th of Tevet. 10th of Tevet, we'll speak more about it in a moment, but per se commemorates the onset of the siege of the city of Jerusalem, led by Nebuchadnezzar, the king of Babylonia. This happened in the Jewish year 3335, which was a year and a half before the destruction of the first temple. That would make it 2,443 years ago. The next was Yud Zayin B'Tammuz, which is the beginning of the 3 weeks that we observe in the summertime. And that again was when the wall of Jerusalem was breached and broken through. Then there was the 3rd of Tishrei, which is the assassination of Gedaliah ben Ahikam, which actually happened on Rosh Hashanah but was delayed because not to have a fast day on the holiday. And then obviously Tisha B'Av. These are the 4 fasts that we fast in commemoration of the destruction of the Bet HaMikdash. Again, the Rambam tells us, Maimonides tells us, the point of these fasts and why they're spread out along the year is in order from time to time for us to strengthen in our fear of God and to promote our teshuvah, our repentance. There are 2 other events which took place very close to this time, and the obvious question is, why were these 4 events, besides for the destruction of the Bet HaMikdash, the other 3, why were they instituted? And again, it's not like these were the only tragedies. There were definitely other tragedies that took place. However, Chachamim dispersed along the year, again, in order to promote our teshuvah. On Het Tevet, which was 2 days ago, was when Talmai, the Greek king, he ordered 70 Chachamim to translate the Torah into Greek. Now, this was a tragedy because then it kind of exposed not only our philosophies, but our life, our way of being, our mandate from HaKadosh Baruch Hu, and it was not supposed to be translated. So that was a very sad thing. So the 8th, and as well as the 9th, which was the death of Ezra Sofer, which was the leader of the Jewish people who brought the Jews back to Jerusalem and rebuilt the second Bet HaMikdash. He passed away on the 9th of Tevet. Then the 10th of Tevet, as we said today, which was the siege. Those 3 events, they happened in a very close proximity. We commemorate all of them today in fasting today. Last night we mentioned that fasting today means no eating or drinking. And this is for all men and women above bar and bat mitzvah. Anyone who is sick is exempt from fasting. Anyone who's taking medication is allowed to take medication. Ideally without having to drink anything. If it's too much or too advanced, obviously with drinking something. We add in our prayers Anenu. In the Shema Kolenu, only those who are fasting would have added in Shacharit as well as later in Mincha the part of Anenu. Today, although according to the letter of the law the only things which are prohibited are eating and drinking, however listening to music and dancing is also ideally not permitted. Meaning, if one did it, they still continue their fast. However, properly speaking, one should not listen to music or dance today. Showering is all allowed. We mentioned brushing teeth is allowed. Minimal amount of water, making sure not to swallow anything. The last thing we'll mention is this afternoon, Mincha is going to be at 5 p.m. and we're going to bring our talit and tefillin. Our tradition is to wear talit and tefillin for Mincha on fast days. The reason primarily being for this is in order to add extra blessings on the day. When we put on our talit, when we put on our tefillin, we make a bracha, leitatef betzitzit, and aniach tefillin. We have to, and we try every day, to reach 100 blessings a day. Since today we're not going to be eating, so there's no bracha rishona, no bracha acharona. In order to add more blessings, we put on our talit and tefillin. If one does not have a talit and tefillin for mincha, they will still continue fasting, obviously, and still praying mincha, adding in Anenu, Bezat Hashem. So tonight mincha, everyone's invited at 5 p.m. Tana de video.